Okay, we're all aware that there is evil in the world. There are people that do bad things, that wish bad things upon others, and many times they do that surreptitiously, so we're not aware of that. Other times it's out in the open, or people proudly sort of brag about their evil. And this is a very interesting example of what I think is clearly evil. But I'll let you take a listen to this, and then we'll come back in just a second to talk about it.
Examples. So one is that people eat too much meat, right? And if they were to cut down on their consumption on meat, then they would it would actually really help the planet. But people are not willing to give up meat. Yeah, some people will be willing to, but other people, they may be willing to, but they have a weakness of will. They say, wow, this steak is just too juicy, I can't. But so here's the thought, right? So it turns out that we know a lot about, we have these intolerance to, for example, I have milk intolerance. And some people are intolerant to crayfish. So possibly we can use human engineering to make it the case that we're intolerant to certain kinds of meat, to certain kinds of bovine proteins. And there's actually analogs of this in life. There's this thing called the Lone Star tick, where if it bites you, you'll become allergic to meat. So that's something that we can do through human engineering. We can kind of possibly address really big world problems through human engineering.
Okay, I don't know. I think this is at some sort of tech scientific conference where this guy was speaking. I forget the name of the person doing it. Maybe one of you guys knows in the comments. But anyway, what he's talking about, in my view, is abhorrent. To fundamentally alter population genetics in support of an ideology, to me is beyond evil. I think that's disgusting, and any talk of this should be quickly, rapidly, let people know that hell no, that's not going to happen, or we're not going to support that. And assuming someone would go along with this idea, I'll leave it up to you guys to think about how they could potentially implement it. I think there's a number of ways that could happen, and so we have to be very vociferous about our opposition to this thing. And the second thing is this. This is a this is a little caption from a headline of should we deplatform non-vegans? These vegan totalitarian authoritarian people that by all means shut everybody else up. No one is allowed to have a dissenting opinion. What they say is right and must go through. Doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. This is the way of the future. If you don't like it, get out of the way. That type of thing is obviously very dangerous to shut down all voices, all opposition to this. I mean, veganism represents a very small subset of the population, but it's a very angry and very loud subset of the population, so they disproportionately can affect things beyond what most people want to do. And so it becomes, it comes to us to rectify that, to speak up even louder and to slap that stuff down. We are human beings. We are a species that evolved eating meat. Meat is incredibly healthy for us. The people that think that meat is unhealthy are either ignorant, they are willfully ignorant, or they are just plain stupid. And you can't fix stupid. But the rest of this stuff, ignorance you can fix with education. And that's what I hope to do with my platform, and many other people are out there doing it. And the biggest thing is, test it on yourself, guys. So always what I say. You don't have to listen to me. You don't have to believe me. Try it yourself and see. All right, guys, let me know what you think. You think we should be genetically engineering people so that they are allergic to meat? Or do you think all meat eaters should be silenced and only vegans should be allowed to have a platform by which to speak? I suspect I know what you're going to say, but say it in the comments anyway. All right, we'll talk to you soon.